Being a Longhorn is pride, achievement, family. It's about belonging to a vibrant community that strives for greatness in everything. Being a Longhorn means engaging in STEM education, starting your path to college in elementary, and earning a college degree in high school. Being a Longhorn is a choice to lead, to innovate, to thrive in any setting. Here, you'll discover that learning isn't limited to textbooks. We believe in hands-on experiences that ignite creativity and fuel imagination. As a Longhorn, you have the opportunities to grow beyond the classroom, from the stage to the field. It's a great day to be a Longhorn. And when the time comes to graduate, you'll leave with a sense of accomplishment, knowing that you're prepared for whatever the future holds. The pride of being a Longhorn is something that cannot be described. It's better to experience it and feel it. This is Cedar Hill ISD. We educate, empower, and inspire.
Good evening, Cedar Hill parents and families, and welcome to tonight's Digital Parent University. We're so glad that you decided to join us. Our topic tonight is teaching our students, our scholars, about financial literacy. And financial literacy is a skill that's important for us to learn while we're students, but also that will carry us throughout our lives. So it is our hope that tonight's presentation provides assistance to families in doing just that. So we're going to start out by talking about why we teach financial literacy. And first of all, financial literacy equips children with essential skills for managing money wisely. It instills good financial habits early on, promoting financial stability and success into adulthood. And it can lead to better economic decision-making and good financial habits early on, promoting financial stability through adulthood. So, of course, in Cedar Hill ISD, we always talk about empowering our scholars to make sure that they are successful even beyond the doors of our school. So in teaching financial literacy, it is our hope that we are imparting knowledge to them that is not only useful for them while they're in school, but beyond their school years. So historical context of financial literacy in schools. So the state of Texas adopted financial literacy standards that were embedded into our mathematics teach some years ago. And financial literacy education has evolved over time from just basic budgeting skills to helping students with comprehensive understanding of more diverse financial systems. The inclusion of financial literacy in education standards, like in the state of Texas, is growing in importance, not just for Texas, but across the nation and in the globe, because we do participate in the global economy here in the United States. And it's important that our students are exposed to knowledge about those systems, even in their pre-K through 12 years. In schools, we do teach standards or curriculum called the Texas Essential Knowledge and Skills. And as stated earlier, financial literacy teachings are embedded in the mathematics standards. So financial literacy concepts are embedded within various grade levels rather than being organized into specific financial literacy strand or courses. There is a high school level elective for financial literacy, but whether the students elect to take that in high school or not, there are components of financial literacy that are taught from kindergarten all the way through 12th grade. In grades K through 2, the focus of our financial literacy strand has to do with identifying and describing the values of coins. Parents at home have often seen those Black Line Masters and activities that students bring home, even sometimes manipulative money that they practice identifying those coins. Recognizing the importance of saving money. As early as kindergarten, we start teaching students about deciding among things that are wants and things that are needs, and recognizing that all money is not necessarily meant to be spent, but sometimes can be saved. And we also tackle simple concepts related to spending and earning money in everyday context. Like in some classrooms, there are jobs associated with Longhorn books or other things that teach students how to earn money, and classroom stores for them to spend that money in. In grades 3 through 5, we continue to work on counting money. Bills are become a part of that during that time. We work on understanding the relationship between income and expenses, and we're actually using that academic terminology, income and expenses, saving and earning, so the students start making those connections between what they're learning in the classroom and what happens in real life. We also start working on basic budgeting skills, such as distinguishing between wants and needs. Parents might have seen activities come home for students where they've had to sort different costs as far as wants and needs are concerned, to start helping them to make the relationship between those things, or understand the relationship between those things. Introduction to simple interest and savings accounts. Again, there's a heavy focus on teaching our students about saving and also helping them to understand how interest works. In grades 6 through 8, we get to more advanced concepts of budgeting, including creating and maintaining a personal budget. So understanding how much income you have and budgeting that income for household and living expenses, and helping students to understand the management of personal finance. Also understanding credit, debt, and again, interest rates, focusing on that financial literacy piece that is going to be very important for our students as they enter early adulthood and beyond high school, having an understanding about how these items work. That starts as early as kindergarten, but really more specifically focused on it in 6th through 8th grades. There's also introduction to investing concepts like stocks, bonds, and mutual funds in the middle grades, as well as analyzing and interpreting financial statements such as bank statements and the like. In high school, grades 9 through 12, we get into advanced financial planning skills, including long-term goal setting, even introduction to retirement planning. Before students ever graduate from high school, helping them to understand, that working age ends at some point in life, does not necessarily end at that point. So the importance of, again, saving and planning for retirement. We also talk about the impact of taxes on personal finance. I know that sometimes when we're in the community and we have conversations about learning real life skills for students, we do discuss the impact of taxes on personal finance through our curriculum in mathematics in 9th through 12th grade. We also evaluate various types of insurance, including health, auto, life insurance, and their importance. We try to help students understand the implications of different types of loans. This is very important for this grade level of students in particular, as many of them are preparing to go to post-secondary school, whether it's technical school, colleges, or universities, and helping them to understand the implications of student lending and the risk associated with that. We also talk about investing strategies and risk management techniques as far as investments go in 9th through 12th grade. These topics are integrated into the broader math curriculum and are often taught in conjunction with real-world application to help students understand the relevance of our mathematical concepts in conjunction with their personal finances. And we would like for our students and our families to keep in mind that the specific content covered may vary slightly between districts or schools, but these are general financial literacy concepts that are included in the Texas Essential Knowledge and Skills for Mathematics. So again, we're going to focus on the word empowering because that's one of our leadership definition characteristics. We want to make sure that we're empowering our students and our parents for financial literacy discussions at home. So by integrating practical financial lessons into everyday life, you as parents can help us instill valuable money management skills in our scholars as early as elementary school. One thing that parents can do, of course, is leading by example, modeling financial responsibility. We often say, do as I say, not as I do, but we all know that children watch parents and adults and the way that we manage money and the things that we do with our money. So it's very important to discuss finances with our students as early as it is meaningful for them. Of course, as parents, you have to make those decisions, but having responsible discussions about money matters, budgeting, saving, encouraging conversations about financial decision-making processes, such as planning for family expenses or vacations, talking about family savings goals, perhaps that we have associated with vacations, but generally demonstrating prudent financial behaviors and setting that example for our students in our home so that they will have a model to emulate as they grow older. Specific things that parents might do in order to do this is to engage in transparent discussions about financial topics within your household, involving children in budgeting and saving decisions or discussions as much as possible, and where appropriate, and demonstrating responsible spending and saving habits through personal action. So our children watch us as we go to vote, as we go to the bank, as we give in church, in all of those different ways. They are watching how we use our money, and many of those practices will become their practices as they enter adulthood. There are also hands-on learning opportunities that you could use as parents in turning everyday activities that you already do at home into financial lessons for your students, by encouraging them to participate in tasks with you like grocery shopping, even comparison shopping when you're looking to make a big purchase like an automobile or a home. Also, meal planning is a good time for financial literacy with children, helping them to look at sales ads and trying to decide how within our budget we shop for groceries and the household necessities that we have. We also could assign age-appropriate chores to students. Like I said, the teachers doing classroom jobs and earning Longhorn bucks. Sometimes it's helpful that parents establish allowances that are associated with prescribed chores for their students to help them establish an income within the household that they're able to budget and use their own money in spending activities when they are outside the home with you. Three major points on that, and in keeping with those hands-on learning activities, are incorporating financial concepts into everyday activities such as shopping and meal planning, assigning chores and allowing children to earn money for completing those tasks, and providing opportunities for children to practice budgeting and decision-making skills with the monies that they've earned through their chores. There are also lots of educational resources out there for parents to support parents in teaching financial literacy at home. Explore age-appropriate books, games, and online platforms that engage children in interactive financial literacy experiences. You can also take advantage of financial literacy programs offered by the school, community organizations such as our library and our Chamber of Commerce and other areas in Cedar Hill ISD and Cedar Hill City. Exploring a range of educational resources tailored to children's age and interests, including, like I said, books, activities, board games, all different ways to excite children about learning about how money works and to get them involved in practicing those essential financial literacy habits. The next big topic that we want to make sure that we talk with our parents and families about is financing college and setting the foundations for success to plan for post-secondary education. We all know that the cost of everything is rising, including the cost of post-secondary education. So we want to make sure that we're empowering our students to enter college, to be successful in that area as far as academically, of course, finishing college. But one of the things that I always want to make sure that we're doing as we look to make sure that the next generation is even more prepared for life outside of high school than even we were, is not only that you're able to go to college and that you're able to find funding for going through college, but also making sure that we're empowering our students to understand about college debt and how they might avoid taking on large amounts of college debt that would saddle them with debt into their early adulthood. So the first step in that is understanding the cost of college and the cost associated with higher education, from tuition, fees, books, room, board. All of those things can add up very quickly. And I know that many of our parents are facing that as their students are about to graduate pretty soon, or already in the throes of that with older brothers and sisters or older students that have already graduated. We like to encourage students and families to research the average cost of attending different types of colleges and universities and use real world examples and scenarios to illustrate how these costs can affect their financial future. Things to consider when you're considering going to college and how you're going to fund it. Breakdown of college expenses. What is tuition going to cost? What about fees, housing, books, more? What is the totality of cost for college? A lot of times we'll have offers of scholarships, but all scholarships are not full ride scholarships. So we have to make sure that we have a clear understanding of how much college is going to cost and what financial aid or other benefits that are available to us are going to offset, and how much is going to be out of pocket or have to be covered through loans and other sources of funding. We also want to encourage exploring the differences in cost between public, private, community colleges, and technical schools. Exploring, and the term that we like to use is return on investment, making sure that we're making decisions that are going to not only benefit us academically and to set us up for career success, but also consider the financial implications for the decisions that we're making regarding what type of college we choose to attend after we receive the degree. The third thing is discussing the importance of budgeting and financial planning to cover college expenses. So some of our families have had the opportunity to do some college saving. And so looking at how much savings there is available or what other financial assistance programs that are available to us that to ensure that we are deciding in ways that are going to leave us in the best financial position regarding earning the degree and leaving college as debt-free as possible. Again, focusing on funding for college, there are multiple ways for us to secure funding. Along with financial aid that is offered to us by the federal government, there are also multiple scholarships that students are able to apply for to assist in providing for a college education. So one of the ways that parents can assist us as a school in making sure that our students are prepared is teaching kids about various types of financial aid that are available. There are grants, there are loans, there are work study programs, along with scholarships that might be available to your student depending on their circumstance. We want to encourage them to explore all scholarship opportunities based on their academic achievements, their extracurricular activity involvement, and personal interests. There are multitudes of scholarships that are out there for any number of things that students might be able to apply for and secure funding to assist them in attending college. Cedar Hill High School offers counseling services as well as a partnership with Gear Up that can assist parents and families with overviews of financial aid offerings, grants, scholarships, loans, work studies, those types of things, and information that you might need with regard to applying for financial aid using the FAFSA. There are also services available to help with exploring eligibility criteria and applications for other types of financial aid, including scholarships and other opportunities that will help to reduce reliance on student loans. Empowering students with financial literacy skills is essential to their lifelong success. And by teaching our scholars about money and finance in college, we are hoping that we are helping them to navigate the complexities of higher education and life while pursuing their academic goals and making sound financial decisions. Together, I want us to support and continue to support our scholars for a bright and prosperous future, and one that is financially sound for them moving into their early adulthood. Thank you very much for your time and attention, and we would be happy to answer any questions that you might have at this time to support you in any way that we can at this time. If there are no questions at this time, or if you have any questions, please feel free to type those questions in the chat. And if there are not questions, again, I'd like to thank you for your attention this evening. Thank you for logging in tonight to watching our Digital Parent University. We hope to continue to have these experiences for you and to offer them to you. Please reach out to us if you have questions following this broadcast regarding supporting your student with financial literacy. Again, my name is Shamika Milner-Williams. I'm the Assistant Superintendent of Curriculum and Instruction, or you can reach out to your child's counselor or principal to provide direct support with financial literacy as with regard to college application. Thank you so much and good night.